Hey, good morning, guys. I know I'm not at school today, but I'm still gonna hopefully get you through today. Mr. McNabb should be your sub, hopefully, and so he's gonna be on it. But anyway, let's go over Bellwork. You know me, you know I love to draw pictures, so after we get through the first couple, I'll probably draw you some pictures. I know they'll be lovely. So let's take a look at number 1. It says, a car speeds up. What is true about the net force? Okay, so the first thing we have to think about is the car changing what it's already been doing? Yes, it's getting faster, it's speeding up. So because it's changing its speed, we know that it has a net force. So if I'm looking at my options, B says that there's no net force. That's not true. C says there is a net force. So that one's pretty simple. There is a net force because it's changing what it's doing. Similar to the next one, you look at number 2, a ball rolling down the hill slows at the bottom of the hill. Is it changing the speed or is it changing what it's doing to begin with? Yes, it is slowing down. It's getting slower. So that one, again, there is a net force. Now on mine it says it's letter G. I think it's supposed to be letter C, so hang with me. There is a net force because it is an unbalanced force. Okay, number 3, a basketball is resting on the ground. Well, it's not moving. It's doing the same thing that it has always been doing. It's not doing anything different. So it's not an unbalanced force. This time it's a balanced force. Same amount of force on both sides. It's continuing to do what it's already been doing. So there is no net force. That one's B. Okay, now on 4, 5, and I think 6, you get to draw pictures. So these are pretty cool. These are probably going to be the ones that you found easier, but I wanted you to make sure that you're paying attention to the first couple. Okay, so you've got a box, and it says you have push into the right with 10 newtons of force, and then you've got 50 newtons on the other side here. And I know it's probably backwards to you, that kind of sucks. All right, but if you have, which one is bigger? It's what you're looking at. Okay, the one that is bigger is the 50 newtons. So we know that it's going to go the direction of that the 50 newtons says it's going to go. Okay, now how much bigger is it? All right, so I'm going to take, because they're working in opposite directions, I'm going to take 50 and I'm going to subtract 10, which gives you 40 newtons. So your answer should be 40 newtons to the right. Okay, all right, 40 newtons to the right. All right, the second one, I have to scroll down on my computer, give me a second. Okay, this one is a little more challenging because you've got lots more forces going on. You just don't have the 2. So remember, last week I told you to simplify what you already had. Okay, so if I have my box, it's very common for forces to work together. Just like if you and your buddy were trying to move a couch, you're gonna be working together. So on one side, on the left-hand side, you had 10 newtons and you had 4 newtons, and they were working together the same way, okay? Because they're working together, I can add those together and I can say that pushing to the left-hand side, I have 14 newtons, okay? Now on the other side, I have one that has 5 newtons, and I've got one that has 12 newtons. These two are working against each other, right? That seems a little bit weird. Okay, same thing. If they're working against each other, the bigger one wins, okay? And I'm just going to take 12 and I'm going to subtract 5. So it's 12 minus 5. What do you got? 7 newtons. I have to use my fingers. Is that embarrassing? Sorry. Okay, so it's 7 newtons in the direction that goes this way. All right, so now it's a little bit simpler. You've got 14 newtons, you've got 7 newtons. They're working in opposite directions. 14 minus 7 is 7 in the direction of the bigger force. It's going to be 7 newtons to the left. Sorry, had to do some math. I had to look at my picture there. Okay, 7 newtons on number 5. Okay. All right, and now this next, number 6, hopefully you guys did this one. I'm kind of excited to read your answers. If not, go back and definitely do this later. It says, for the picture below, write a word problem that could explain what is happening. I'm not asking you to find the net force here. So yes, the net force is 2 newtons to the left, but I'm not asking you about that. I'm asking you to write me a story. So what it could be is like, Mrs. Cummins is pulling on the Cheetos bag with 12 newtons of force to the left. Her husband is pulling with 10 newtons of force to the right. So, because Mrs. Cummins has more newtons, the net force is 2, but it's going to go towards Mrs. Cummins because she's pulling with more force. All right. It's just a story. I just want you to see that you understand what is going on in the picture. Anyway, hopefully this makes sense. We'll talk more about it later in the week, and you'll use it a little bit more then. So, all right, good luck. Bye.